read the scene before so you know what's happening, because you could be designing a costume for Sephi on the beach and you might think, oh, she's on the beach, she should be wearing a really nice beach dress. However, where has she been before? School. And she should be in her school uniform. So it's really clear. The examiner's going to spot that straight away if you're not picking up on that. Okay? Right, well done. We are going to move on to see question number 2. But please remember that page number for your revision. And Ethan and Tabby spotted, obviously, they could ask you a question on being a puppet designer.
Yeah, I'm puppet designer question.
Have a look at that last question on page 46. Because it asks you to be a puppet designer.
I don't even give one.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Good.
I am the puppet master. You are my puppet.
You know when she's running away, I've seen someone do it that way, where they do puppets instead of the actual actors.
Yeah.
on stage.
Where?
Silhouette.
Yeah.
They could do shadow puppetry
Where
to show
have you
where
seen
Sophie gets picked
Online,
up.
when we were doing the
So,
performance, they would
Do a
discuss
bit
it.
of revision on that, just in case. Okay.
And then
Right. Question
They didn't
number
want.
2.
It was. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, yeah, you do. The year 8 production.
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember that. Yeah, I thought you meant do you remember doing the puppet?
No. They didn't. No, they didn't. Alex was like, oh.
Right.
I trade my ChatGPT for the
Question 2.
It's easier.
Okay.
Actually, send us this.
This question is going to ask you
What page
to
is this?
describe and explain, and it's all to do with actor skills. You are not a designer anymore, you are an actor, and you have to perform the role of whoever they suggest. So let's have a look at the questions on page 66.
I can't land board.
Okay. It will ask you to perform a line.
Okay.
It could be any line in that extract that they give you. What is the best way to structure your answer for this?
We need to break down the line into sections and write about the sections.
Wonderful. So have a look at the line. Let's go to question A. I do. I know I was living in a fantasy world before, but at least I was somewhere. Now I'm nowhere. Start with I do.
I do.
The next line I do. And then chunk it. Work out where you can pause. Work out where the actor can breathe. Work out where the actor might move in the line. It's really important to work chronologically and start at the top of the line and finish at the end, and include everything to do with vocal skills, physical skills, and where they move. Okay?
Clip that.
For this one, this question, it might not be one of the main characters because it is just a line.
That's me.
It's likely that it's not one of the main characters because they're going to save that for the 20 marker. So whatever scene that they've given you, it could be a scene between Callum and Sephi, obviously then they're both main characters, but you could have people like Mr. Stanhope, Jasmine, Kelani Adams, Lynette. So don't forget about these characters because they could come up in this question and you've got to know what kind of character they are, their characteristic traits, and reflect that in your answer. So I'm going to ask you to answer question G on Kelani Adams.
Oh no.
Focus on Act 2, Scene 10 or page 81. Describe how you would use your vocal and physical skills to perform the line below and explain the effects that you want to create. Oh no, it's not. I'm calling in every favour I am owed. This is really tough.
Is it?
Break the line down. You can work with your partner if you want. And describe everything to do with vocal and physical skills. Okay? Right. 15 minutes to spend on that. Off you go. Think about Kelani Adams. What is Kelani Adams
Bro,
like?
get your own book. Just make it easier if we have 2 books.
Yeah, true. Right, this is question 2.
What page is it?
81 is there. Right there.
Yeah. Okay. Line.
I'm saying
On the
this is
board
actually a really short line.
Yes.
What you should be doing
It
to
is
get
there.
more marks.
Oh, sorry. Onto the revision screen.
And here's what I
Onto the revision stream. When you sign your kick deal, they will be crawling at your feet.
My £10 and a penny kick deal.
£10 a slap on the arse.
Okay then. Describe how you. For the line, oh no, it's not. I'm calling in every favour.
Everyone,
I'm
for
owed.
Kalani, have a look at page 60 underneath the photo of Stormzy.
Stormzy.
Yep. It says, Noughts and Crosses is a ensemble piece. In the original production, some actors played several roles. The actor who played Kalani Adams, for example, also played the governor and Lola. These are very different roles. So in order for each character to be recognised by the audience, it is necessary to find simple, bold ways of establishing them immediately. So something that's really going to make it clear that that's Kalani Adams. Our one method is to decide on a posture and or gesture that is distinct for each character. Kalani Adams might stand with a very upright posture, while Lola adopts a more slouched stance with one hip pushed out. Yeah. But Kalani thinks she's probably going to have more of a professional stance, so she might have a certain way of standing. You can write about that in this answer. What's going to make it clear that it's Kalani? Because this character is a minor character, the examiner wants you to know how you're going to still make her stand out and memorable for the audience.
My caps lock is different.
Because you're streaming.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so if I was playing Kalani Adams, my character would, because, and remember, this question, you have to explain everything you do. It's what they used to have on BBC News back in the 1980s and 90s. Probably, yeah. It used to be considered like professional. Obviously, it's not now because you can have any activity professional work, but
anything, I'll get it done. Okay?
How are we getting on? How long do we need? Couple of minutes? I noticed a lot of you obviously are typing these out. I know it's all just your revision, but remember to practice handwriting because that's how you're going to answer the exam. And we know that the exam is very tight for time. So please practice before next week answering questions on time. Got a lovely bank holiday Monday to be spending on revision.
Like that.
Lucky
Like
you.
bank holiday Monday this week.
I haven't done Index yet. 3-day weekend.
Wow. Wow. We Seth, you're not a middle-aged grandma.
Yes.
You're not middle-aged.
Latter.
We've had conversations about this, but
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about, Sweaty? What is reaching? Literally every conversation.
Why is he getting so annoyed about this? Seth, shut up. Shut up.
Right, has anyone finished this question? Yeah. Right, should we listen to some and see how we get on?
listen to a song.
Who wants to share? No? No? Ethan, go on.
If I were performing the role of Kalani Adams, I would say the line, "Oh no, it's not," and calling it every favour I'm owed, in a very confident tone. I would be sitting down at the beginning of the line, and I would lean forwards while saying, "Oh no, it's not," speaking directly to Ryan and showing how annoyed she is at his defeated attitude. I would then stand up straight and brush myself down, showing that Kalani is very professional, before leaning down again towards Ryan and poking the table multiple times while saying the rest of the line. I would say, second half of the line is like quicker, putting emphasis on the word every to show their determination. I would also speak in a slightly harsh tone to reflect the fact that they are in prison and can't get too angry, but speak very steadily to show